Hey everyone, welcome to Practices with Peter. I'm Peter, and today we got a nice, gentle, and relaxing yoga class for you today. So this is really great for if you just want to be a little bit lazy and lounge around a little bit, or if you're just getting ready for bed. So yeah, you can go ahead and find something cozy to hop into, and if you want to set up next to a wall like I have here, go ahead and do that as well. That'll be helpful for some of the poses to get into a more relaxed version. But if you don't have the space for that, no worries. We can do it without a wall too. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right. So we'll go ahead and get started in a seat here. So any comfortable seat of your choice works. And once you find your seat, go ahead and close your eyes. Take some time here to just check in with how you're feeling. You can let go of any thoughts or worries or to-dos of the day. See if there's any tension that you're holding on to that you can let go of. So unfurrow your eyebrows, unclench your jaw. Let your whole face be soft. Let your body be relaxed. And as you're checking in with how you're feeling here, know that whatever it is that you're feeling, it's totally okay and totally acceptable to feel that way. Take one more round of breath here, just being and noticing. And then you can go ahead and blink your eyes open. And we'll start to take some seated cats and cows here. So you can go ahead and put your hands on your knees. And with your inhale, you can lean forward for your cow. And as you exhale, lean back and tuck your chin for your cat. Inhale, lean forward and lift your chin for cow. And exhale for your cat. And you don't have to be in sync with me here. You can be faster or slower. Just moving with your breath very gently. Take one more round of cow and cat here. And then you can start to take some hip circles. So just rounding your hips around either direction. We'll be sure to hit both sides. And you can imagine that same cow motion as you're coming forward and that same cat motion as you're moving back. And go ahead and switch directions. Just gently circling out our hips here. A couple rounds. And after one more round, we'll all meet back in center in a still seat. And then you can go ahead and plant your hands on the mat in front of you and shift on forward, coming into tabletop pose. So in tabletop pose here, go ahead and extend your right leg long behind you, pick it up and cross it over your left side and plant your right toes down on the ground or on the mat and peek over your left shoulder back at your right leg. So getting a nice side body stretch here. Take one more round of breath. And then you can go ahead and bring it back to center, coming back into tabletop. We'll switch it over to the other side. So go ahead and extend your left leg long behind you, pick up your left foot, cross it over your right side, plant your left foot down and peek over your right shoulder to gaze back at your left foot. Getting that side body stretch on the second side. Take one more round of breath here. And then you can go ahead and bring it back to center. From here, you can go ahead and come on back into a seat, and you can actually just roll on backwards onto your back. I don't know how you would roll forward onto your back. That'd be pretty interesting, huh? So, our next pose here is going to be legs up the wall. As you come onto your back, if you were up against the wall, if you chose to set up that way, you can scoot yourself up so that you're close up against the wall. And if you're not against the wall, that's totally fine too. So for this, you can just rest your legs against the wall and let them be relaxed. If you're not against the wall, you can find any position for your legs that feels comfortable. So your legs don't need to be at like a 90-degree bend. You can just have them in any position that feels comfortable for you. If it feels like you can relax there, then that's great. Doesn't matter what it looks like. So go ahead and find that whether you're up against the wall or not. And here again, take some time to perhaps close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. Take some time also again to check in and see if there's anywhere you can consciously let go of any other tension. Let your face be soft and let your body be relaxed. And we'll be here for 5 more rounds of breath. And slowly, when you feel ready to start coming out of the pose, you can bend your knees as you lower your legs down. Our next pose is going to be happy baby pose, so you can go ahead and grab your feet with your hands and pull your legs in towards your chest. And from here, if it feels good, maybe you sway side to side a little bit. If this isn't quite accessible to you, if you're not able to fully grab a hold of your feet, you can also grab a hold of anywhere along your ankle or your calves. That's totally fine too. So whatever works for you, go ahead and take that. And then from here, our next pose is going to be a figure 4 hip stretch. So if you were up against the wall, you can go ahead and put your left foot against the wall with your knee bent and bring your right ankle so that it's crossed over your left knee. So from here, you can kind of scoot in terms of how far away from the wall you are to find the appropriate depth for the hip stretch here, finding a spot where you're getting a good comfortable stretch, but not too much. And if you are not up against the wall, you can actually just reach through your legs here and grab a hold of your left knee with your hands. So if you're not up against the wall, you have some more engagement with your hands to grab a hold of your knee. And if you're up against the wall, you can just really let everything relax and let the wall do the work of doing a stretch for you. So one more option if you're not up against the wall is to just have your left foot flat on the mat and have your right ankle still crossed over your left knee. So that can also be a less intense version. So once you find whatever spot works well for you, again, maybe take some time to close your eyes and relax into this pose. Take 5 more rounds of breath here. Slowly, you can start to make your way out of the pose by uncrossing your legs. And then we'll switch that to the other side. So again, you've got the same options. If you're up against the wall, you can put your right foot against the wall and cross your left ankle over your right knee. And then find a spot by scooting up and down to figure out where that sweet spot is for the stretch. If you are not up against the wall, you have the option to either have your right foot on the mat and your left ankle crossed over your knee, or you can go ahead and reach through with your hands and grab a hold of your right knee and hug your legs in towards your body. So again, once you find that spot that feels good for you, take that time to consciously relax. Sometimes if we don't have those reminders to do that, I know I always unintentionally tense up again. So just a friendly reminder to see if there's any tension you can let go of. And we'll take 5 more rounds of breath here. From here, go ahead and slowly start to come out of the pose by uncrossing your legs. If you are up against the wall, you can start to scoot yourself back towards the center of your mat. And we'll meet on your back still with both feet on your mat and knees bent. And you can take some windshield wipers by letting your knees drop side to side here. Again, nice, gentle, and slow motion. And we'll go ahead and end today with a supine twist. So you can go ahead and let both knees drop over towards your right. You can bring your arms into either goalpost or a T, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Maybe bring your gaze to face your left if that feels good for you as well. And as you arrive here in this gentle supine twist again, see if there's any tension that you're holding on to that you can let go of. And just relax and be here. We'll take 5 more rounds of breath here. And slowly you can start to bring your knees back to center and then let them drop over to the other side. Maybe changing the direction of your gaze as well. Just breathing and being here in this relaxed pose. We'll be here for 5 more rounds of breath. And when you feel ready to start come out of this twist, go ahead and bring your knees back to center. Then you can go ahead and let your legs go long. Reach your arms up overhead for a full body stretch. And then bring your hands to heart center. Taking some time here to have gratitude thanking yourself for taking the time out of your day to do something good for your mind and your body. As always, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for practicing with me today. We'll take one more breath together. Let your next exhale come out a little bit more deeply. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, let it all out. The light and the love in me sees and honors the light and the love in you. Namaste.